Hey guys, last time we had a ton of loot to sell, so today that's what we're going to do. Also, today's Saturday, so twitch.tv/Xwynns for week number 81 of Long War Rebalance. Hope to see you there. Ooh, cheap tools. I don't want to overbuy by 3, but I'm going to do it anyway. I feel like Amarog has earned himself some War Dog armor. There he is, Monk's Amarog. You can have armor. Beautiful. In any event, we need to find a place to sell. That's going to be back down here. Witches have hexed my family. No, thank you. That is like the last thing I'm ever doing. So node holds. Wow, for once they don't have a huge issue. They have wood. They have ammo. Let's buy one of the 82s. Beautiful. Yoink the grains. Let's see what the quests are. Oh, he wants us to go to Campstat, and that's literally where I'm going anyway. Let's bring all the wood with us. Let's take this to go to Campstat, because we're going there anyway. Oh, speaking of, let's make sure we've got every single thing repaired that we're going to sell when we get there. "13 brigands, some marksmen, many raiders. Would they be so daring as to attack us? No, it looks like they're just going after the poor peasants, and we're going to let them all get slaughtered on the street. Poor guys. Oh well. 15 brigands, thugs, poachers, marksmen, eh. No mans? But, most importantly, it's time to sell. Well, 12,200. Boom. And we still have a plethora of gear. Buy some grains. Yeah, and we're decked out on everything, except for tools. Well, let's go fix that up by getting us some tools. Also, while we're here, let's grab another net. Let's go to Camp Butter. We need more tools. And to check for a hedge knight. Although at this point, it's going to be so hard to level them. It'll be ridiculous. This will also fulfill our ambition because we have 10,000. Wow, they have 2 adventurous nobles. Those could work, but they're way too expensive, both of them. So we'll pass. Nice that they at least have something here for once. And we could sell our amber here. It's no reason not to. The noble war is going to start soon. Which faction do we want to ally with? At present, we're completely neutral with Summerwine and Niedergard. Roomholt, we're still a little bit negative on. I kind of hate Roomholt, to be honest. I've gone up there so many times hoping for stuff. We've got nothing. We're also very friendly with Campstat and Nordholz. So I wouldn't mind going into the north for expeditions to murder things, especially because we can also fight barbarians when we're up there. So I suppose it makes sense that we'll ally with House Summerwine against Roomholt. We may fight Niedergard. If we do, I want to go down there one more time right now. Run around, check all their stuff, and then come out. So let's take on the boat to Holmwick. It's going to cost like 300, but I don't want to walk there. Time is kind of the essence. Okay. Let's just come over here and see if we can blow this 11,000 on a hedge knight in Erlachfest. Oh, well, they have one. But 14, wow, level 5. Huh. We can't do it. We don't have the money. Too bad he's got all that ridiculous armor or all those levels, because 14,000 is ridiculous. Plus, what if he's terrible, right? I mean, even bad hedge knights are still really good. And then we'd be completely broke. I think the smarter move is don't do that. And instead, invest our money into helmets and whatnot for the frontline men. Like, this is a beautiful upgrade here. Nasal helmet with closed mail. Here we go. 2188, 210. And another thing we could buy is the reinforced mail hauberks, which are pretty good. Here's the thing, though. We're going to fulfill our ambition shortly. We'll get more inventory space, and then I really feel like we can get a huge discount on these by doing noble quests. And the noble quests I want to do are going to be over here in Campstat. So let's do a quick run up to Sonmark. And then we'll make our goal buying gear, preparing for the noble war. Green skins, ambush trade routes. He wants to pay us 500 to kill brigands. Are you even kidding me right now? The idol fertility has been stolen for 1150. That's even more brigands we don't really want to do, but 1150 is a lot, so I think we should take that one. And the ambition is fulfilled. Oh, I was completely wrong. I thought this was the second upgrade for the caravan, for the backpack. Whoopsie daisy. Everyone's just super happy, and we now have renown. A few orc berserkers and some orc young. Are we up for the task? I think so. Are we completely healed yet? Still no, even though it's been like several days, but I think we're healed enough. Let's go crash some orcs. However, it's also nighttime. These thieves are here. What do they have? Some marksmen, many raiders. It actually behooves us to kill them at nighttime, then go after the orcs. Thinking about it now. All right, let's do that first since we're here anyway. Oh, they're all together. Okay. Well, I'm sure they'll fight each other, and then I can just mop up the pickings, as they say. Feels like the orcs are here and they're... Aw, poor Thomas. Ooh, most of the brigands are over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And they only had 14, so I'm not really sure what the orcs are doing. Maybe the brigands will divert their attention once the 4 of them that are left up there get wrecked. Oh, hello. An orc. Oh, my God. Did not expect them to be here. Thought they'd be busy fighting. That's a big an axe. Oh my God, it sounds so vicious out there. Yes, thank you, brigand. The brigands are saving us. Did I just make the orc berserker confident when I killed the brigand? Oh, watch this. Yes, all the orcs started laughing along with me. Oh, that brigand friend done got bonked. Problem with surrounding this guy and not killing him is that he can do the AoE swing, which is very dangerous. But he's really low. Thomas, there it is. Yoink that beautiful, beautiful axe. Ooh, okay. Thomas is really getting low now. Don't know how these guys keep hitting him with 17% rolling ones, but okay. We'll leave. We'll take the hint. This is where we have to taunt. Thomas can't be moved because he's stunned. God, did that hurt. Poor Archer. All right, that cost us a little bit of armor there, but we get the kill and possibly the orc chain. Oleg got a promotion on. That was kind of a sloppy mess of a battle. Chaos, but fun. So we didn't get the orc chain. That's the only reason why I charged in there at the end. We did get a couple of kite shields, which is nice. A head splitter, head chopper, all kinds of these things. Okay, well, it's probably faster than doing them individually, and we get paid like just as much, so why not? $11.50 crowns. We're up to 12,265. Is it actually worth it to get the money to buy this hedge knight? Well, first of all, the caravans are currently ambushed, meaning we can sell things for a decent amount here, especially if we were to spend time repairing them all. So let's make that a reality. Also, let's upgrade the Oleg into taunt. Fantastic. Full defensive specs. Beautiful. Let's see how much money we can get repairing this. I'm just going to camp here for a very brief while. There we go. We saw 2 ticks of the tools. That should be enough. Another quest has popped up, actually. Let's sell what we can now. Ooh, 202, 148. Yes, beautiful. We are very, very close. Let's see what the second new quest is. Yedeburg, that's a million miles away. Yeah, the Coda Scales isn't high value, so we can sell it. We can sell at least a couple of these axes because we only need 4 total. We actually have enough to buy the Hedge Knight now, but we'd be completely broke. But we are stocked up on just about everything. Speaking of arrows, I think it actually does make sense to try to do it. This will be an easy thing. Just clear off some brigands for the 500. That's all we really need. It's down here. Maybe we'll get something else we can sell over there. Then we'll actually go grab the Hedge Knight, I suppose. Since he comes with good armor and weapons, we don't have to upgrade any of that. He's level 5 already, which solves the survivability problem for the Noble War. Some marksmen, some raiders. Okay, well, probably not that big of a deal, but how wounded are we? Yeah, wounded enough that I want to camp for a little bit. It says 54 hours. Let's camp up here on the mountains so we can have a more extended vision. Boom, awesome, good place to camp, and we'll wait. I want to make sure the Hedge Knight doesn't disappear, so we got to be quick about this. Well, that was an easy peasy. Ooh, Monk and Ingmar got levels. Always nice. 200 gold, full stack of tools, and just a couple of things. Let's give Monk his level 9 talent. As a ranged finisher, it's Frenzy. Because he didn't do enough damage before with those axes. Now he's going to do even more. Oh boy. Ingmar now gets his level 3, which is rotation. And of course, full defensive tank stats. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see what they'll pay for this nonsense. 15.5. All right, that's enough, boys. I've decided we're going to try it. It's an asinine proposition. Spend this much money on a Hedge Knight. However, it's really not, because we get the great sword that we inadvertently sold a long time ago. We get probably over 10,000 worth of armor. Basically, I think if we bought all that armor and the sword, it would cost us that much anyway. So we're getting like a level 5 guy on top, assuming he's still here. He is Harold the Skull Taker. Unbelievable amount. 14,350, but let's pray for luck. Harold the Skull Taker. Wow, okay. As Hedge Knights go, he got very close to a max roll on hit points, 71 out of a potential 73. His fatigue is close to a max roll. Well, it's 105 to 110, he got 108, but he got skill in it, so that's good. Resolve, 39 to 44, he almost max rolled that as well. Melee is 58 to 67, and he almost max rolled that as well. He didn't get skill in it, but he almost max rolled it. So if we get an average of 2, we'll end up with an 85 by level 11. Could do better, could do worse. And melee defense, 6 to 10. He rolled a 7, but he got skill in it. He's pretty good. I mean, he high rolled just about everything. He got 2 out of 3 of the skills that I wanted. 1 in fatigue, 1 in melee defense. The only thing that would have been better is melee skill. but I think he will definitely work out for us. 240 armor with -28 and 170 with -10. You know what? I think if we're going to give anyone anything, at 240 armor can take the +40 durability heraldic shoulder plates. Now his armor is up to 280 for his perks. I'm going to definitely take 9 lives. The thing is, he is the most susceptible to damage given that he won't have a shield. I think for right now we actually will give him a shield, and we won't use the greatsword. We'll keep it in his inventory. For now, let's give him 9 lives, as was always the plan. Survivability over everything. We'll give him a steel brow as well. After that, we're going to give him Colossus, so he's just an unbelievable beast of a frigging machine. Boom! 88 hit points, 54 fatigue, fantastic. Now we can take Sword Mastery. This gives us 5% to hit on AoE swings, and also reduces the fatigue by 25 for all swords. So that's it, not bad. Next up on him is going to be Recover, since he's going to need it a lot when we do switch to that sword. And then after that, Battle Forge. Then I'll feel good about having him in the front line. Until then, I'm a little bit scared. Every single time, we're going to go melee. So we got a 2. Melee defense, he's definitely going to need it. He is going to be an arrow magnet, but hopefully he'll be all right with the super ridiculously heavy armor. If we ever get a max roll in Resolve, we'll take that, but otherwise we're going to be going Fatigue every single time. 2 average roll, beautiful. We did get the max roll here, so I suppose it does make some sense to grab it, but we also have a 3 on Fatigue. Well, that's the minimum we can get, so let's grab the one-time Resolve. Beautiful. 2, he's average rolling every single time so far on attack. Awesome. And, oh, he only got a 1 on skill. That's unfortunate. But he got a 4 on hit points. So I think I'm actually going to give him that rather than the 1 melee. I know it's kind of ridiculous. So who is going to get Harold Skulltaker's name is the question. And the answer is Rhino, the Skulltaker. It's going to be fun times. Now, we want to give him a sword. I'll forgo the sword and I'll grab the fighting axe for now. Let's give Rhino the 2-hand sword in the backpack, and let's give him the sword in his main, and then also the tank, the kite shield here. Reason for this is he's still very susceptible to death right now. All it would take is a few archers, and this 25 range defense is super helpful up until we get Battle Forged. Then I'll feel a lot better. But we always have the option of swapping to Great Sword during the battle. His fatigue's going to be ridiculous as a result of this because it's reducing it by 6, but it'll work for now. We want to put him somewhere in the middle, which means we need to drop off one of our tanks. Where's our oldest, least goodest tank? Technically speaking, it's either Goose or Kiyosuke. That's rough because Kiyosuke's level 8, and Goose is level 8, almost level 9. How can I kick one of these guys out? Kiyosuke has better defense, but less fatigue, less hit points. I don't know, maybe we should retire Kiyosuke before he dies. It does seem likely that he would just die a horrific death. Strong character, but yeah, I think so. Let's pull him out, let's put Goose over here, and let's put Rhino in the front. We won't retire Kiyosuke just yet, but we will give his gear to someone else, and I'll take that speeder because I could definitely use it as a backup instead of that axe. Awesome. And over here on Goose, we could increase our viability quite a lot by grabbing the helm. 250 for 9 versus 230 for 19. That is 10 fatigue on Goose. Very nice. And also Goose could take this, which will be a negative of 12, bringing him back to basically where he was, but now he's pretty well decked out. 250, 190. Well, this is pretty strong, I'd say. We just need to get him up to Battle Forged, and we can swap over to the Great Sword. I want to give him the best helmet there is eventually. 170 for 10. Maybe I should give him this one, 250. Yeah, I think I should. So, Rhino, you can have the fancy, beautiful. Goose, you can go to that. 60 fatigue is more than manageable. Very strong. Now, how's our gear from side? This side has strong Goose and okay Oleg. This side has relatively weak Ingmar and relatively weak Stone. I don't like that much. Let's put Goose kind of in the middle. We'll swap with Oleg. And then let's put Oleg over here someplace. So our 2 strongest tanks are in the middle to help out, and our 2 weakest tanks, Island Stone and Ingmar, are on the outsides where they end up doing a little bit less anyway. Strong, 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 strong. That was an insanely expensive purchase, though. We're down to 900 gold. But realistically, we only kind of need one more Wildman tank. Might make sense to do this marauding greenskins for 1310 now. If we want to abandon it, it won't even matter because we'll probably end up fighting them regardless. So just some quick money before we leave, and we'll hop on the boat and go back to our hometown. Yoink. Grab some arrows so we're maxed out. Grab some tools as well. Oh, we can't afford any more. And that's it. Up to Sonamark we go. Let's go look at... Oh, there they are. Orc Marauders. Oh, just a plethora of Orc young. That's going to be sad for them. Do we have any wounds? We do. Okay, so let's swap maybe one of them here. So we have one on each side. And just for now, I'll swap Goose. Put Ingmar in the middle. Ooh, we can take the high ground. Just throw up a shield wall. They'll bounce off of it repeatedly. Then we throw axes into their face. Oh, that poor orc. Too bad I hit him in the head where he actually had armor. This one has a wound. Poor guys. This is where javelins are just, oh my god. This is why I love the high initiative javelins. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Absolutely fantastic. 50, 60. Cinnamon's almost... Cinnamon kind of needs a little bit more, it looks like. She's got a 71 to prevent that one from going. And then there's just really no one else we can hit because of blocks. Okay. Oh... Okay, just manhandling Goose. What a charge out here with Thomas. He'll be fine. Oh, heater. And our kite shield. Confidence abound. Having some issues down here with Stone. He's at 35 and double bleeding. Oh wow, he's bleeding a lot. Let's take a look at Stone for a second here. He is bleeding for 10 for one more turn. Okay, so unless he gets hit, if he gets hit again, we'll be all right. But let's come over here with Oleg, try to finish this one off. Or at least start that one. Javelins. $91, really? Ooh, 9 lives down there. I really didn't expect that. 41, 43. Thomas just got absolutely evaporated. I'm not even sure we could take him down. We'll have to pause and see here for a bit. He's also bleeding 1 per turn, but that's not too bad. Okay, we just taunt him. Problem solved. Stone's bleeding for 10. That's fine. He's got 15 hit points. Did you 83 per, look at that orc was almost full health. Eric's like, off with his head. I'm just going to intimidate this guy with literally no weapon whatsoever. Bloody hell, we lost like 4 shields. Taunt again. Thank you, Oleg. 4 hit points, so we're losing 1 per turn, but we just gotta finish these guys off and I can save the bandage. Is that the 3rd time this campaign I've used 9 lives? I think Goose was unconscious for that entire battle. Anyways, I got a promotion. Cinnamon got a promotion. Good job, boss. Wow, 1,000,000 shields, all manner of cruel falchions. Wow, 4 head choppers and 3 head splitters. These are worth so much money. Back to Erlechfest. Let's make sure... Ooh, Mr. Honk also has a promotion here. I have hit level 9 as a ranged opener, meaning it's time to get gifted. Beautiful. Range skill. The maximum fatigue, more hit points. 84 is nowhere near enough. Let's do it again, boys. Another 4. I'm up to 88. Fantastic. I think I'm going to actually forgo the 2 fatigue and grab the more initiative. I'm just ahead of everybody, and I want to be just ahead of everybody just a little bit more. We're going to do the exact same thing with Cinnamon, the other ranged opener. So gifted it is. 4. Cinnamon needs another one of these, but not yet. Boom, boom, boom. Fantastic. Nice. That's what I was hoping for. +5, and we'll go for the +3. Same deal. Really like the initiative there. For now, let's take max roll resolve. +3 on this, and +4 over there. Fantastic. Pick up Sonmark briefly. We'll need more arrows. Yoink. Yoink. We've got no money. Let's make sure we sell enough that we can pay in case we don't make it down there. There we go. What is our ambition now? Defeat another mercenary band? That's something we're going to do very soon. Boom. 1310 crowns. All right, our plan is to get out of here. Let's hit up Holmwick for the boat. Get back to House Summerwine, and then actually start farming up their rep and ally with them for the Noble War, which should be starting any second. Ah, look at that. They even have the Noble contract ready and waiting for us. Deliver cargo to Nord's holds. We could definitely do that and grab some wood if we really wanted to. Nordholds may just have another wild man. Let's sell all this nonsense. Boom, 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 boom. One more thing of meds. We're keeping up to the maximum on basically everything constantly now, which is nice to see. Let's take the Nordholds one. Fly up there, see if we can't find the one last wild man we want. Hit Campberg on the way back to buy more tools, buy some wood. Wow, hunt down the unholds for 2,000. That's fascinating as well, especially because the company's right here. I wonder if I could find them. Well, Mr. Honk, I decided we're going to actually go gifted. Normally, I would go rotate and indomitable, but instead, we're going to drop those 2 perks and instead pick up backstabber and polearm mastery. But for now, gifted makes the most sense to help out with our primary function of resolve. Also helps on the melee, and I'm not super sure we really need the fatigue, to be honest. Like, I think we'll be fine. Down the road, we've got a fair amount, so survivability is king for me. One more jump on a max roll, and we've got 100 hit points, and that's the threshold I want to be at. Next up, little Ingmar over here somehow slipped through the cracks, and I thought he was a character on the name list. He's not a character on the name list, so we'll rename him to Evan. Welcome, Evan, to the Battle Brothers, the band of brothers, as they say. And lastly, how much money? We have 2,794. It's finally time, boys. There's no sense to be paying 35 a day for Chris. Let's get him out of here. Thank you very much, Chris, for your service. You have done an outstanding job of getting us this far, but we no longer need 600 range characters. So you have been retired. Also, Ben, the day teller we recruited 1,000,000 years ago. He went on grand adventures. He grew up. He's almost to the rank of level 8, which is amazing, but him too is just not necessary at the moment. 780 crowns. But this is the campaign, boys, where we retire our men and they live to tell the tales. Kiyosuke's next on the list, but we're going to hold on to him for now just in case things go awry. All right, well, we're ready to go. So what we're going to start with is these quests. I decided, you know what? We're strong enough. We can do it. Really want that money, and then I also want this one to hunt down the unholds, but that one's going to be actually pretty difficult. But I think I can pull them into a camp. So off we go. Oh, it's trees. 3 schrats. Okay. 3 schrats is not all that bad, but for schrats, we're not going to want the boar spears. This is why I've been saving these axes for 100,000,000 years. Let's give the axes to the tanks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fighting them in the forest may actually behoove us, but with there only being 3 of them. So we'll camp here until just before the nighttime, or maybe they'll attack us first, I'm not sure. The more camping we can get for hit points, the better. And we gotta go now if we're gonna do this, so now it is. I actually want to fight in the forest. So the goal for schrats is to isolate them, have someone tanking far away, the first 2, and then we break open the armor of one of them with the axes, with destroy shield, and then we hit them in the heart for lots of damage. However, if you use 2-handed weapons and you hit them too hard, they actually spawn saplings. Fortunately, we don't have any 2-handed weapons, so we don't have that problem. Additionally, the schrats attack in a straight line 1, 2, 3 tiles out, and they highly prioritize if there's ever 2 characters in a row. That will actually override taunt, that AoE attack, if they have multiple targets. So in order for taunt to work, we have to make sure the schrats have just one single target, which is a tank, who taunts and shield walls, because they hit like trucks. But now we wait, and we see who's going to come up here first. Okay, interesting. Looks like this is a nice little place to potentially fight them. If we could take the high ground, that would be fantastic. The problem is taking it would mean they could move and attack, so we'll just stay where we are and wait. Okay, so 2 are down here, and this gives us the perfect opportunity to tear this one apart. Well, we have to decide where we're going to go, and I think we're going to go where all the tanks can go. So tank 1, tank 2, and tank 3, and that opens up Eric an opportunity to move up and attack for a decent amount of damage. So let's do that. Goose, you come up. We're going to go for a split shield, 4 AP, 15 fatigue, 12 damage to shields. Okay, that's 1. Do the same thing here with Oleg. Oh, we're moving in forest, so we don't have the action points. That's fine. Now, if we stay right here, for sure the attack's coming through. 1, 2, 3. However, we can go here, and because this is not a direct line, we're actually safe here with Rhino. Getting in positions where they can only attack in straight directions. So 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. Meaning this tile is always 100% safe. There's no point in using a javelin while their shield is still intact, and we can't break it this turn. Because Eric has such ridiculous regen, it's not a problem to attack. We're only going to hit the shield, but still. And that's our turn. Okay, no surprise there. Shred attacked Oleg. Hit for quite a bit. Now we go wild. Break. Break. Awesome. He is now exposed, and we can actually hit pretty good. Now, Stone has very little hit points. He can only take 1 attack from these guys. I really want them to move. They also take extra damage to axes, so it's not a bad idea to have evident attack. Now that they're exposed here, we can javelin. Actually do a half-decent amount. The question is, will we be able to kill it this turn? Because I can move up here and throw a javelin. Well, we have nimble, and actually pulling the attack through Goose is a smart idea. because Oleg's so low. So this will basically work as a taunt without having to use taunt. As will this over here with Mr. Honk and Eric. I'm worried this one's going to come up and attack through here and go 1, 2, 3. Regardless, we really have to kill this tree. Now, the tree is at half health, meaning decapitate is perfect. Woo! Unfortunately, because we decapitated, we did so much, we spawned the sapling. Now, you can prevent the saplings from spawning by having 2 characters here and here. If they're surrounded, they can't actually spawn it. If I move over here with Rhino, he's in a decent enough position with enough armor to pull in the saplings and pull in the attack from this tree, and that'll hold the tree in place. So we don't, or at least this one tree. Little saplings tickle Oleg and the noggin. Big javelins, boys. It is so low. So very low. If I move up here, this tree will definitely pull through here and attack Monk and Cinnamon rather than Rhino. That actually may be beneficial. Let's do that because we both have Nimble over there, and I really want this thing dead. Awesome. Now we're all confident. More defense, more attack. Good stuff. Now I'm curious. Will this tree attack through its friend? Yep, it sure does. Nimble tanking trees is actually a really great way to deal with them since they hit so ridiculously hard. So at this point, we have to be extremely careful where do we go, because our ending positions are going to determine where the trees attack. Anyways, break the armor with that awesome fighting axe. Instead of doing 12, this one does 16, which can essentially two-shot it. And believe it or not, it's actually safe to move Thomas here, as long as we give the other trees something multiple targets to attack, even with only 47 hit points. I want to move Evan here, so that Rhino and Evan are in a straight line 3 tiles away, so that this Shrat attacks here, for sure. Or attacks here, either one's fine, but doesn't go after Thomas. And this Shrat's going to attack Oleg and Eric. Let's rotate Oleg out because he's low, and also because Goose has the ability to attack. Yeah, javelin to sapling. Makes sense. That's where the wood came from, boys. Just give it back. What they very like to do most of the time when they're exposed is regrow their shield. He didn't this time, which is great, so we'll have a good opportunity to absolutely evaporate him. And he can't spawn a sapling because every tile around him is covered, meaning we can full-on execute. Ooh, Eric can rotate himself in. Whoo! There you go, boys. That's how it's done. No surprise there. Hit on Evan and Rhino. We could actually have Eric rotate in for Rhino. Or, yeah, there we go. Do that double rotate with Eric, pushing Rhino out and Evan into the front line. And the reason for that is now we can do shield break. Goose can rotate Stone in to do the same thing. We need to move so that Thomas doesn't get hit. It'll be fine if Evan gets hit again. 46 hit points with 67 armor. That'll be fine. This is what we really need here. Someone has to break this. Perfect. 2 attacks with the fighting axe will break the shield entirely. Now, if I move up here, Stone could get attacked, which is fine. Cinnamon could get attacked, which is fine. Or they could attack over here, trying to go after Evan. That, too, would be completely fine. Good job. 48, 65. Evasive maneuvers, as they say. He didn't bother to use his abilities, so pretty strong. Easily peasily. That was a good 1,600 gold or thereabouts. Thomas got EEL promotion. Everyone got 100 to... That's about it. About 100 experience. And a couple of resins, which I'll probably end up selling. It is done. Well, next up is unholds. This is a little bit more difficult, but I believe we can pull them somewhere and take them out. Hunt down the unholds. We have no idea where they are. Okay, looks... No, I think that was the schrats that we're seeing over there. Hitting the hill during the daytime would help. Appears we're on the right track. Well, if we're on the right track, one would expect that we would actually see them. Oh, there we go. No, those are zombies. Okay. Share my cow is in good spirits. He just loves the forest, that's all. A few Noxeras and many armored Wiedergängers. This is kind of silly, but since we really need experience more than anything, let's promote Thomas before we go any further. We'll grab Cleaver Mastery now. Fantastic. Of course, we go for aim, fatigue, and if I get max roll melee defense, I should probably grab it over. The problem is the hit points scale so well with 60% damage reduction. Melee defense is also pretty good. The real problem, though, is arrows. Boom, boom, boom. So hit points. It's more versatile than the melee defense. I have taunts for melee defense. The arrows are less able for me to be controlled. I think this will just be a quick mission here to get a few experience points. You need to get up to like 5,000 experience on several of the tanks. So it looks like Evan only has 1343. He needs a lot. Oleg needs to double his experience, and Stone also basically needs to double it. So the more things we kill, the merrier. Oh, hey, 100 experience is 100 experience. So good, good. Do that 10 times, and we've got exactly what we want. Oh, hey, since we're here, some Wiedergängers, locks of armored Wiedergängers, and some Noxeras. At one point, there was a necromancer here, I believe, but not anymore. That's fine. Let's crash this as well. All right, well, 150 to 250 experience all around. Not bad. Not the best loot, but eh. Now we go off and we find the unholds, of which I imagine they're going to be a lot more difficult. Oh, here we go. Found them. Looks like they're actually going back to Nordholds, which is great. We could find... Oh, peasants. Yeah, they seem to be on the run from something. Or not. Ah, 5. Okay. Some unholds. Now, we need to find something that... Not sure I really want to fight 5 unholds by myself in our current situation. How's all the repairs doing? Actually, pretty well. We do have some wounds here and there. Thomas's armor is a little bit low. Otherwise, we're good. Arrows that are at 100%. Our damage hasn't really increased is the big problem. Let's see if we can't find something else to help us. No, we really can't. Well, let's do a couple of micro-managey things. So we need to do extra damage. The unholds we really want to rip apart as fast as possible, so we're going to drop the kite shield. This will give us a double grip, 25% extra damage on Eric. I want to do the same thing on Thomas. The problem is he doesn't have nimble, and he also doesn't have armor. So let's give him a lamellar, and we actually won't do that on him, just in case. In fact, since we want to do more damage, I'm not too worried about individual enemies like this. Let's go directly with Rhino into the two-hand. We can taunt, rip, destroy, attack, surround, boom, 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 as fast as possible. Naturally, that's going to happen in the next episode. In this one, we finally found our hedge knight after many, many, many long whiles. Our heavy armor is looking good, and only one wild man remains between us and the perfect team composition. Other than that, we picked up 19,100 crowns, bringing us to an even 80,000 over the entire campaign. We also need just 11 more levels on 5 characters to have either Nimble or Battle Forged on the entire team. And we picked up one of the 2 remaining recruits that I want before the Noble War, leaving us just one more. 2 more characters retired, leaving us at 0 deaths. In any event, thank you guys very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. God, it sounds so vicious out there. Yes, thank you, Brigand. The Brigands are saving us. Oh, watch this. Yeah, so all the orcs started laughing along with me.